Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Going to start you off with our Arctic Skycam network. Lawrenceburg, Florence, Huntsville, and Savannah checking in today. Seeing just some of those high passing clouds. We don't really anticipate much in the way of shower activity now. That chance has gone past from this morning, but we do have more rain chances coming up later on into the week. Live look at our Viper radar right now. All that shower activity is well off to our south near the I-22 corridor down there towards Hamilton. That's where it will stay today. So we're expecting dry conditions for the remainder of the day today. But like I said, that will change as we head later on into the week. But not everybody will be seeing rain once we get into your Thursday. I'll explain why. Current temperatures across the board right now, everybody's basically in the 70s right now. 77 in Huntsville, 74 in Athens, 73 in Columbia, still 72 here in Lawrenceburg, already 78 degrees over there in Waynesboro. Definitely feeling like fall out there right now. That's all due to this high pressure that has been moving in from Canada that's ushering in that cooler and drier air mass from the north. But we are watching a system that's developing off to our west. That's going to end up becoming our system coming in on Thursday that could bring in some showers to the area. But we aren't dealing with showers today. We're dealing with fantastic fall weather, just some passing clouds. Temperatures getting up into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees today. 80s expected for Columbia, Huntsville, 81 in Florence with just some of those passing clouds, and a breeze out of the north at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hometown forecast looks like this. Mostly the upper 70s to near 80. I think Columbia is mainly the one to get to 80 along with Waynesboro potentially and Savannah. Everybody else generally topping out in that 78 to 79 range. Across northern Alabama, just a little bit warmer. 80, like I mentioned, Huntsville, 78 in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 80 in Cortland, 81 over there in the Shoals, 78 over there in Waterloo. Evening forecast, if you have any late plans, talking about 10 p.m., maybe up towards midnight, you might need that light jacket on hand because there will be some spots dipping down into the 50s by the time we hit midnight tonight, and we will be bottoming out basically in the lower 50s across southern Tennessee, more mid-50s expected across northern Alabama. And I would not be shocked if some very rural areas here across parts of southern Tennessee might flirt with the upper 40s. You never know. Wouldn't be shocked if you wake up and find your home thermometer out in the backyard showing 49 degrees. Once we get into your Wednesday, basically the same situation like today, passing clouds. Temperatures getting back up into the upper 70s to around 80, maybe 81 to 82 degrees in some spots, but still feeling rather nice. Let's get into your HRRR model here going through the next couple of days. Today, like I mentioned, just some of those passing clouds and that breeze coming out of the north that's continuing to usher in that cooler and drier air. Going into your Wednesday morning, passing clouds starting to move on through. Once we get into the afternoon hours, we're going to increase that cloud cover pretty substantially. I think a lot of this is still kind of that high, wispy, cirrus clouds, but there should be a lot of them moving on through during your day on Wednesday. That continues into your Wednesday evening, but we're still dry. That changes, though, once we get into the morning hours on Thursday. We're watching a system moving in from the northwest. That should usher in some showers, but you notice there's a pretty good cutoff here from who sees some shower activity and who doesn't. So depending on where this boundary kind of lays across the area, that's going to determine who actually sees some decent shower activity going into your Thursday. Let's go through it with the European model here, show you a different perspective. So this is going to start off Wednesday at 7 a.m. High pressure still dominating the area. Here's that system that's developing off to the west, and it gets close by Wednesday evening. Already starting to see some rain and shower activity across parts of the Central Plains. That tries to get in here once we get into your afternoon hours on your Thursday, but notice the bulk of the shower activity, maybe even some storms involved, are generally off to our south, and we're kind of right on that edge between whether we see some shower activity or we don't. So that's something we'll have to watch for. I will say the bulk of the rainfall will be off to our south and southwest going into your Thursday night, into your Friday morning as well. As that system continues to dive in from the south, that continues into your Friday afternoon with just a handful of showers possible across our area Friday. We're just really looking at some decreasing clouds though. Rain chances over the next 7 days look like this. There's that low chance on your Friday. Most of this is going to be across northern Alabama, I think. Cannot completely rule out some southern Tennessee areas seeing some of that shower activity. And then once we get into the weekend and early next week, we just see those rain chances stay on the lower end of things for our area. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're watching that fall-like weather continuing into your Tuesday and Wednesday. A few showers, like I said, for southern Tennessee on Thursday, and then we're warming back up into the middle 80s going into the weekend and early next week. Northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi, same situation. Temperatures right around 79 for Thursday with a lot of cloud cover, and you have the better chance at some showers. And then you're expecting upper 80s to round out the weekend into the weekend. And the Huntsville metro area, a few showers possible Thursday. Otherwise, we're just dealing with some mostly dry conditions for the remainder of the work week with some isolated showers and storms possible on Sunday and Monday. And I will say, I thought I moved this graphic a little bit before the 7-day, but I didn't. It's still past the 7 days. So let's talk about it. Here's the latest on Fernand, and it is not looking too healthy on the satellite image right now. It is still a tropical storm, but that's not going to be lasting too much longer as we expand the track here. Maybe some quick strengthening going into tomorrow morning, but by the time we get into the end of the day, Wednesday into Thursday, we're probably not dealing with much of the way of Fernand anymore, so we'll just have to wait to see what the next storm will be. And I will say right now things are looking relatively quiet across the Atlantic, at least for the near future. So that's some good news. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.